So, tell us a bit about yourself and the theatre group.
Ross McMahon. I'm from Kildare Youth Theatre. At the moment, I'm involved in the thing called Crooked Humour, where we just kind of go about making kind of funny sketch videos and taking the piss really, and just trying to be as cruel without being too cruel, and having fun at the same time. That's pretty much what I spend my days off doing.
How did Crooked Humour come about?
I'd done theatre, a lot of theatre up to then, even through college, and I kind of said my degree was multimedia, so I knew a lot about cameras, and I knew a lot about equipment, and I knew a lot about all of that, and I also knew I could act to a certain degree, and I start having ideas of sketches and stuff like that, and I realised that now was the time to kind of to implement the ideas, because they're no use in your head, kind of, even if they are bad, they're no use in your head. And I met up with a man called Mustafa Kadam, Mo Kadam, and I just had coffee with him, and I said, "Here, listen, basically I want to make little short sketches with a view to making bigger stuff." And Mo just turned to me and said, he said, "Yeah, that's grand," and he told me about this music video that he wanted to do, and he wanted to base it in Italy with beautiful girls in Italy, and that was the only reason he wanted to go to Italy. And I went, "Okay, if you help me with my sketches, I can help you with Italy." And he was like, "Yeah, no worries." So it was a kind of a trade-off of skills, so to speak, and that's how it kind of came about. And we started making stuff like Make-A-Wish, Death's Door, freelancing mainly, and then kind of went up a little more with The Perfect Showreel, which got a lot of street cred in Dublin, and got me into a lot of auditions that I wouldn't have gotten into that hadn't it been for the kind of the professionalism of the team on the day that put it together. Pretty much Mo and myself and everyone else who showed up. Bevan Jones was in every single sketch, but I think she made it into one sketch, but she was integral to absolutely everything as well. Oh, I wouldn't be in half the auditions, or I wouldn't have half the opportunities I have, and I think I'm going to have with acting, without Facebook, without Twitter, without Vimeo, without YouTube and stuff, and it's so essential, because it's not just sending your home videos in now, it's sending your links in, you're sending you're getting your videos retweeted. If there's a new video, you put it up, and you get all your friends to share it, and you get all your friends to repost it with a little comment saying, "Check this out, Crooked Humour," or "Check this out." You might have a laugh, and most of the time they do. You get a lot of likes, and you get a lot of kind of views for the video, which aren't as important as actually making the videos and actually doing them. And with each video, hopefully you get better. They are. I mean, they have to. I mean, there's a lot of kind of agents and agencies and casting directors that have had to switch on to this, and some won't, but most of them have switched on to it, and they do know how to use the internet now, and they do accept email submissions, and they do kind of pay attention, and you might just send them the link to a video, like the showreel video is the main one I'd send. I would like, "Listen guys, please do not take this as serious as it looks at the start," and they'll watch it and they'll give you feedback on it. They'll just say, "I absolutely loved it. I like, big agents and big casting directors have actually looked at it and went, wow, that's amazing. We haven't got any room. There's no room on people's books anymore because no one's making films." So the kind of my MO is to make it myself. Why not make the work yourself? you can get work at the same time, that's fine. And one of my friends just sent me a link to say that they wanted videos, they wanted funny videos, and that they might like your videos. And I just sent it back. I doubt it, but I'll send them on my stuff anyway. And I didn't hear from them for weeks. They didn't set it up for weeks, and they had they just picked up a video. There's a limit. There's a 2-minute limit. They picked freelancing mainly with Niall Moore and Bevan Jones, and Mo was there that day as well, and so was Graham Oates. We had a good crew that day, and we did it in a location in Newbridge, supplied by Bevan Jones's mother, Margaret Jones, and we did it. And they picked up on this video, freelancing mainly, where we basically have someone in a boot kidnapped, and they just said, you know, can we use it? Can we put it as a finalist? And I went, yeah, sure, go ahead. And so then we had to get voting. So I just got onto Facebook immediately, got onto my friends, completely fraped my brother, and invited loads of people to vote, and they voted in the hundreds. I couldn't believe it, because I could count the votes, but they voted in the hundreds. They were invited, all invited just to vote, and they all came back, and then they don't tell you that you've won unless you've been at the show the day before or you watch it that night. So you're just waiting for the end, and then it shows up and you're like, you kind of a score one. And it happened again last Monday. The exact same thing was employed. Even more people voted this time, and it was all through Twitter, retweets, Facebook, YouTube, and putting up a new video also kind of promoted it as well. They were kind of like, okay, when they went to the page, they saw also that they were involved in kind of a battle with other comedy videos and comedy comedians from Ireland as well, and we got through again. So
what advice would you give to other actors?
Just like phone up people you're told not to phone up, you know, and see if they answer. That's I got to give Sean Penn coffee in one of his latest movies. You'll probably only see my elbow, but I was feet away from the guy. But it's such an experience to be in a set like that, and I got that via the earlier videos I made with Crooked Humour. I sent it into a casting director, and that casting director sent just my photo on to Paolo Sorrentino, and then I got a call from his assistant just to say, can you come in and play a guy called Tom who has no lines? And I was like, yeah, sure, that's great. But from nothing to that, I mean, that's got to be something. And then I did the mobile ad for another casting director. That was last year as well. So you kind of get I'm only on it for a second, but everyone in my shop seems to have seen it, because they were like, I was watching The Apprentice, I saw you in the ad, and I was like, I'm in it for a second. You have really good eyesight, and these are old people. It's an old community, so they really. I must have a very memorable face, kind of, you know. So that's it. Yeah, but no, the main advice is to just keep plugging away, you know. Just I know it's such a plain bit of advice, but it's don't complain, don't moan, just get on with it. And if you're not getting seen for stuff, if you feel like you're not making it, make stuff, you know, or connect with people who are making stuff, because not everyone has the means to make professional looking show reels or professional looking sketches. You know, latch onto that. There's forums out there, you know. There's crookedhouse.ie, there's Filmmakers Network run by Jason Butler. It's a fantastic site. Even if you want to write, or even if you just want a little bit of advice, just go online. Again, use your computer. Most people have the internet, you know. So, and if you don't, just get a phone book and phone someone who has the internet.
Actors facing
We've no money. Basically, we just no money to pay anyone to do anything. So anytime I do anything with Crooked Humour, it's on the good graces of everyone there, and you try your best to accommodate people time wise, and location wise, and if people can't make it, you can't presume people's kind of services and stuff like that. So because there's no money involved. Yeah, they are tough challenges. No funding, or no funding for the right stuff. I finished college and then I got appendicitis, and then I got out of hospital and there was no jobs in Ireland. It's late 2009. There was no jobs whatsoever, so I had to kind of start kind of like I had to get a job first, and then I start making the videos. We made our first video in the offices of my girlfriend's mom. We kind of weren't supposed to be in them, but we just kind of went in and we filmed it. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have the wash pole. We had just a wooden stick for the boom pole. To go from that to now, where it's you're kind of, other actors are kind of giving you props or kind of handing you in CVs and headshots. It's flattering, and it's good to know that if I do need extra actors, they will be the people I'll call, because they're the people. Again, the advice I've given to people: if you're not making it yourself, latch on to people who are making it. So I have a few of them, and people have this thing of sending me scripts as well. I've about 10 to 12 scripts that aren't mine, that people have just sent me, and then to go from the Making a Wish to working with Sean Penn was great. Working with him, I gave him about 20 cups of coffee that day. And Paolo Sorrentino as well, the creator of Il Divo, just to meet him, and Davide Bertoni. I tried to practice my Italian with them, and to meet the crew as well, and was lovely. And working with Brian O'Malley on the eMobile ad, and working with Raccoon Galaxy, I did a voiceover. They're doing a pilot for an animation series. I play one of the hotshot lawyers. They're releasing that soon. So I got that on the same day as the Sorrentino phone call, and I immediately phoned my friend Luciano, and I said Paolo Sorrentino wants me to hand coffee to Sean Penn, and the kitchen was full of Italians, and I don't know what the Irish equivalent is, because Neil Jordan won't go back to me at all. He hasn't returned any of my phone calls. I don't know. I have no idea why. I have no idea. He's seen the show reel and still no reply. So I'm a bit confused. Make it happen for yourself, So I think that's just a part of my personality. I'm just a bit of a. I get bored very easily, and I couldn't be one of them people who just sit there and go. Because I know a lot of people are like, my agent hasn't, like, he's done nothing for me in the last 2 weeks, or she hasn't called me in like a week or so. I'm like, why would you go call them? They have phones. It's not one way. They used to have one-way phones, but they don't anymore. They have, you can track anyone down. I had no real plan of action. I have a rough plan now, but then again, that could take a change. I could get an audition, I could get an agent or something like that, but it'll all be down to the work done from the start of Crooked Humour to up to now, and without it I wouldn't have any work really. So I'm quite thankful that for YouTube, but mainly YouTube, and that the industry professionals can kind of use YouTube, and they know what a hyperlink is. They've come a long way.
Thank you very much, Ross.
Thank you very much, Pierce. And if you're watching this, like theSociable, it's your only reliable news source on Facebook. You've seen